Good morning. It is July 5th. I got some fireworks footage, but we actually had a busier day than just fireworks. We went over to my friend's house to celebrate her birthday, had the most wonderful meal. Her husband is a wonderful cook, and then she is an excellent baker, so, you know, she baked her own birthday cupcakes, and they were phenomenal. They were so good. And so I didn't film there. I don't know. It was just one of those things that in the moment, I just didn't. So again, still have a lot to learn. It was such a big week this week. My daughter had, oh my gosh, there are 2 bunnies feasting on someone's lawn. This is the cutest thing I have ever seen. And can I get them? Can I get a shot of them? Hold up. I got you one bunny. You got one bunny. The other one's behind a car. Anyway. What was I saying? Oh, no, we had this huge week. My daughter got an audition this week for a really, really major role. And it was a lot of dialogue for her to compartmentalize and memorize. And I would suspect that today we would hear back if she got a call back. I've been through this so many times just myself, thinking like, I nailed it, I got it, I'm gonna get a call back, and then not getting the call back. And then other times where I've thought, wow, I really blew it, and then I did get a call back. You know, it's just, you never know, number one. And number two, things have changed so much. I quit acting, last thing I did, I don't know, I was teaching, definitely. I was teaching in a small part on a TV show. Anyway, let me put it this way. You auditioned in the room or picture picked, but you didn't have this like self-tape thing where you got to film yourself and then send it off to someone. And, you know, her agent did a wonderful job. Like, it really gave her a lot of direction on that and critiqued her. And then you got to do it again, or you got to do it unlimited times. I actually might have made it if I got to rehearse that many times. So we'll see. There's a crow now in the middle of the road. I swear I do not live in farmland. All these animals. And I promised her a trip to Yogurtland. She doesn't have camp today because it's the day after the 4th of July, so evidently that's a thing, and she's home. So I think we're just gonna do a spend the day. I have the Lululemon bag. I thought this was a perfect bag to take with me yesterday. Just throw it in the Longchamp swim bag and forget about it, and then we ended up coming right home and going to the beach. Really booking it. So yeah, I think it was a good bag for that. Don't know if that's the bag I'll carry today, but with a huge family swim, I'm thinking yes, just because that's chaotic and you leave your stuff out. I don't know. All I know is that right now I'm at the beach. At the beach? No, I'm not. Oh my goodness. No. Right now I'm at the pool and I'm going to do my own swimming just to get some, you know, aqua aerobic-y stuff in. And it's like a random receipt in my car. And then I will take it from there, because you never know. Yogurtland, that's what we have going on, is Yogurtland. All right, so that's what we're doing today. about to die. But I think the main point that I learned from rewatching that footage was the audition material and how the different cameras performed in the situation of needing to do a self-tape and submit it to either a talent agent or, you know, eventually onto casting directors. And the fact that I used 3 different cameras to essentially capture the same thing, a little girl doing an audition. I thought that was interesting. The Canon really washed her out, and the DJI Osmo really took a much wider shot that in order for me to crop in closer, it didn't work as well, but definitely more shaded. And then in the end, I really think that the iPhone won out over everything. So I guess, you know, if you're in that particular industry where you might need to self-tape and send it off, I would say just stick with your phone. I think I was using the back-facing camera. I was not using the front-facing camera. But I just think that was really interesting. That's pretty much what I gathered from the week. I pretty much took, you know, home videos, set it to music, and then threw it out there on the internet. But like I said, in watching all of that. And so I think for my next week, what I really want to do is focus on using my phone almost exclusively for the entire week as my one and only digital vlogging device. I don't think the talking head thing, that does, for me, I think a camera is a better choice, but could I pull it off with just the phone? And then what does that look like? What am I using? How am I editing? I think that's where I'm headed next week, although it's probably just gonna turn out being another pretty much home video set to music, which is fine. It's totally fine. If that's what it is, then that's what it is. As always, thank you for watching. I've gotten comments on my bag videos that, you know, too chatty, too much. So I'm trying to just, like, bags are just bags, and then vlogs are just vlogs, and not show how I use the bag in real life, because I don't think that there's a market for that. Please let me know if I'm wrong. But that's just the impression I've gotten from a few comments that I've read. I'm trying to keep up with, you know, not necessarily what's popular, but I'm not really trying to piss anyone off. You know, like, there's some people that are very angry about, you know, bags not being just about the bag. And so I'm trying to distinguish between the two. So we didn't do anything bag related this time. It was going to be a day, and then it turned into kind of 2 days. But again, we got that sandwich thing going. This week, I'm going to try to be really consistent and just focus on using the phone, because I think intermittent in there, I did, and even right now I'm using a camera. Intermittent in there, I did try to use cameras, and that is a huge stumbling block for me in content creation, is using the camera to get B-roll, or when I'm out and about using the camera. It's just not something I really enjoy doing, I guess, or I'm comfortable with. I don't know. Anyway, I think that's where I'm headed next week. If you feel like you want to subscribe, please do. But thank you for making it all the way to the end. I do appreciate it. Hope everyone had a great 4th of July, and I will see you next week.